Commissioner Biden will lead us in the invocation. Commissioner Moore will lead us in the pledge. So if you'd all please stand.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. Thank you for bringing us all here safely, Lord, in service of our great city. I ask that you bless our residents, bless our staff, bless our commissioners and committee members. I ask that we would all use wise judgment, that we would all lean on your word to make sound decisions for the sake of our city and the people that live here. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. May I have a roll call, please?
Chairman Bose,
Here.
Vice Chair Derryberry,
I'm here.
Commissioner Burden,
Present.
Commissioner Carrillo. Commissioner Loa is absent. Commissioner Moore
Present.
and Commissioner Underwood. We have a quorum.
Thank you. Couple of announcements. Public business from the floor. Any person who would like to address the commission on any agendized item is requested to complete a speaker's card for the recording secretary. Identify the item in which you wish to speak on, and then each person will be given an opportunity to address the commission at the time the item is discussed or called by the commission. Speaker's cards are available at the rear of the chamber, and there's a little box up here on my left, your right, at the end of the dais there that where you would deposit those. The process here, for those of you who've never attended before, is that if there's a public hearing, for instance, which we have on our agendas tonight, typically staff makes their presentation. Applicants can make whatever comments they wish to make. Typically, we give them enough time to present their project or their concerns, whatever it may well be, and then we staff may respond to that, or the commission may have questions, and then the public has an opportunity to speak, and then the applicant then at the end of that proposed item would have an opportunity to rebut whatever they choose to, if they choose to. Applicants aren't obliged to present their projects, but they're certainly welcome to. So that's the procedure. Our first action item tonight is approval of the minutes of the regular meeting of April 21st, 2025. May I have a motion, please?
I'll move that we approve the minutes from the regular meeting of April 21st, 2025.
Thank you. Have a second?
I second.
Thank you. So any questions or comments? I wasn't in attendance, but I'll certainly vote on them. I don't need to abstain since I've read them. So, without objection, then please vote. I think we've got the wrong. So you're going to have to reset it, I think. So Ms. Loa is not here, so she can't vote. So to do it correctly, could you reset it, please, and we'll re-vote? Thank you. All right, then, please vote. I guess we'll take a little break here while we sort out the electronic. We're gonna need it one way or the other. Okay, the motion passes 6 yeses and 1 absent, Ms. Loa. All right, then, the next item is a new public hearing. So without objection, the public hearing is open on revocation of conditional use permit number 23-005 and the deemed approved status of alcohol beverage establishment known as the King Bar. The applicant is Mr. Maida, if I'm saying that correctly. Mr. Nguyen will be presenting today. Go ahead, sir.
Hello, good evening, sir.
If you wait a moment, you haven't been called on, Mr. Nguyen will be presenting and then
I'm
you'll
up
have
yet.
an
I'm
opportunity to speak.
I'm up right now, Sam. Thanks. Very good. Good afternoon, Chair Vos, members of the Planning Commission. My name is Hai Nguyen. I'm the planning manager for the city's planning division. The first item is in regards to the revocation of CUP 23-005 for the King Bar. Okay, so this item was previously seen by the Planning Commission on April 21st, and here is a quick refresher. The existing bar, which has been in operation for many years, is located at 2822 East Avenue I. The site is located just north of the Lido Mobile Home Park, near the southwest corner of 30th Street East and Avenue I, and the property is zoned commercial. The bar is considered legal, non-conforming, and an existing use at the site. Per the Lancaster Municipal Code, or LMC, this grandfathered status is referred to as the deemed approved status of the alcoholic beverage establishment. The King Bar took over operation in November of 2020. Okay. Here are a couple plans. To the left is the site plan. You'll see in the top left corner is the parking lot. And to the right is a floor plan of the bar building itself. So back in June 2024, the Planning Commission approved CUP 23-005, and this allowed the King Bar to have indoor and outdoor entertainment or events. The conditions were specifically written to ensure adequate security measures were in place, ensure that the operation is nuisance-free, require compliance reviews by staff, and establish protocols in the event that this operation is found to be in violation of the conditions of approval or city code. The applicant, Sam Maeda, Mr. Maeda, accepted these conditions of approval. Due to a series of recent events, the Planning Commission directed staff to conduct a compliance review in March. At the last Planning Commission meeting in April, the commission voted unanimously to initiate revocation proceedings, and that's why we're here today. Per condition number 12, staff is required to conduct a compliance review. And here's a quick overview of the condition compliance review. The Community Preservation Division has received 0 new complaints. A building permit was filed and pending resubmittal from the applicant. According to the Lancaster Police Department, LPD, within the last year, there have been a total of 8 calls for service. These calls are summarized in the staff report. And to summarize it here, the calls range from altercations involving patrons and employees to calls unrelated to the bar operation. On March 1st, an unfortunate incident occurred on site involving assault with a deadly weapon with at least 3 victims and suspects in custody. Previous to that, on the Christmas morning in 2023, there was a similar incident which is under investigation still. The applicant is found to be in violation of the listed conditions and code sections of the LMC for failure to ensure a nuisance-free operation and being detrimental to the public health and safety. Specifically, condition number 19 states that the commission may vote for the immediate revocation of the CUP. Based upon the facts and incidents, these are grounds to revoke A, the CUP 23005, and B, the deemed approved status of the alcoholic beverage establishment. With any approval of a CUP, it requires adequate public notification. For a revocation, it's the exact same. Notification is complete with a signpost, a notice to the newspaper, and mailings to the property owners and occupants within 500 feet of the subject site. Letters to the applicant and businesses were also sent. To date, staff has received 2 emails regarding this item, and that's included as attachment F to the staff report. Both emails express opposition to the bar operation, stating concerns with noise and safety. To summarize, staff recommends that the Plan Commission adopt resolution number 2506 for the revocation of CUP 23005 and the deemed approved status of this alcoholic beverage establishment known as the King Bar, and to find that this action is categorically exempt per the California Environmental Quality Act, or CEQA. That concludes staff's presentation. We are available for any questions, and I believe the applicant, Mr. Maeda, is present and ready to speak as well. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. There may be questions of the commission before we proceed. Anyone?
I do have one just general
ahead.
question. Can we put the slide back up that showed like the potential violations and all of that? Or the things that were violated? So, yeah, this one. Condition number 21, I'm just curious, like, is this a condition that is kind of for all places that serve alcohol pretty much, and not just in like is this a general condition of most places that operate? How do you enforce something like that? I'm curious.
Commissioner Bearden, as I mentioned in the staff report or the presentation, this conditional use permit was granted about a year ago. And there were certainly a lot of those types of concerns associated with this use, and uses like it, to be quite frank. The conditions were specifically written for this particular operation at the King Bar. It's not something that's standard or general, but in general, operators, whether it's a bar use, restaurant, or what have you, shouldn't create a public nuisance or be detrimental to public health. But staff saw that these are concerns that the neighboring communities had, and so we wrote specific conditions for this one. But no, they are not general conditions.
Thank you.
You mentioned under the municipal code calls for immediate revocation if it's a health, safety, or public nuisance, or just public nuisance? Yes?
Chair Vos, it's to the discretion of the chair and the commission which one your body feels is appropriate in this case.
I see. So the ordinance, does the ordinance require a public hearing on this matter?
Chair Vos, anytime there is a proposed revocation, it has to be publicly noticed to give both the applicant and the surrounding residents to
Okay.
chime in on any decision.
Very good. So you mentioned in your, I read in the staff report and listened to your synopsis this afternoon. So all of those steps and procedures were taken up to this point.
That's correct.
All right, very good. Just want to be clear and make sure it's in the record. We have received correspondence, emails, and various communications from neighbors as well as others. Would you care to summarize those?
Of course. As I mentioned in the presentation, we've received 2 emails regarding this item. The first one was from a person named Lisbeth Hayward, representing Sunrise Estates. That's the mobile home park located just south of Lido, which is just south of the King Bar, expressing concerns about noise and safety. And then the second letter is from Katrina Williamson, I believe representing herself, voicing the same concerns. One of the things I wanted to bring up is what's considered an opposition and what's considered in favor or support. So the way we're going to interpret it, if you are in opposition, then you are in opposition of the bar operation. And if you're in favor, then you are in favor of the bar operation. I just want to clarify that because technically speaking, staff's recommendation is to revoke both aspects of the King Bar. And so the matter of who's in favor and what does that mean, it gets a little confusing. So for the sake of this hearing, we'll say if you're in favor of, if you've expressed that you're in favor, then you are in favor of the bar operation, the King Bar. If you're in opposition, then you are in opposition of the King Bar existing. Thank you.
Very good, thank you. This is a serious issue. Anything further from members, questions, comments? All right then. Our chief is here, police chief is here. There may be some questions for you after. The applicant has an opportunity to address us, and I hope I'm saying your name right again, sir. It's Maeda, is it? Yes, Maeda. You're welcome to address us and take as much time as is reasonable to tell us what you think.
Good evening, sir. How are you? How are you again? Good evening, sir. How are you again? My name's Sam. I'm here for the public hearing about the King Bar. First, I want to appreciate everybody to give me the chance to talk to you guys and explain everything about the King Bar. Maybe 1 year ago, we was here, and all of you asked me about to make the be safety and for security. Now, I have my home security. I have 5 people every night, 5 security guard every night, and also 2 weeks ago, we hiring a patrolling security car to be at the parking lot because when this is one call happened about the fight, it was at the parking lot and not at the bar. I don't know about the other 9 call, the 911. I don't know about it. Just today I hear it. I have now more 5 security guard every night, plus the patrolling car, plus 2 other. That means 7 security guard for this bar. I don't want you thinking this is bad area or bad bar or bad business. It's not like that. But I try to follow the law as you want guys to make everything 100% safety and everybody have safety time over there. And I'm sure everyone go there is my responsibility. I understand that. That's why I put more what they needed. And you asked me also about the security camera, also already there for 32 camera all around to cover the bar inside and outside and recording for 30 days, dependent recording for the CUB approved. Also, we make a policy for the bar. That means nobody in and out, nobody in and out. Also, nobody hiding at the bar, at the parking lot. You give everybody at the parking lot maybe 3 to 5 minutes maximum, because sometimes someone he come get his sister, his wife, his friend from the bar. They waiting at the parking lot, maximum 3 to 5 minutes at the parking lot. That's what I try to explain to you. What is my security policy at the bar? We never hear anybody almost 2 years now complain about the noise from our neighborhood. No noise, no at all. And when we are asking the CUB for outside door. And as I promised you last time, we say if you get approved, the noise will be 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock, we shut down the music outside. I think this is some point I explained. I'm ready for any question, guys. Any question, I'm ready to.
There may be some, I don't know. Members, anyone have any questions or comments? You do understand this is a public nuisance hearing, in effect. And I've heard what you said, but how do you address matters like attempted murder and shootings in your vicinity, in your parking lot, in and around your bar, as well as those were obviously customers?
Yeah. Okay, sorry to say that, but the shooting is happening everywhere. Of course, I will try to control that. I try. This never happened, but I cannot control the people. I do my best. I search everybody. I'm not allowed anybody come inside the bar without searching. We have like ID reader. We have like one. We check by hand. But when this happened last time, it's happened in second. Like the shooting happened in second. Somebody grabbed the gun from the car. I cannot go for nobody car. I'm not happy when, I think not only me, any business owner, it will never happen if some shooting happen in his spot. Of course not. We try our best. That's why now I got the security patrolling car to be all around patrolling at the parking lot. I do my best to fence that. Of course, I'm not happy if this happened at the parking lot, but it's happened. You know, like, I do my best. But I cannot control everybody. I cannot control people. I cannot go to somebody's car, tell him what you have in your car, you know? Of course, anybody inside my car, inside my bar, and he left my bar, I'm sure he 100% safe. He don't have nothing when he come in. Also, when he go out, no alcohol with him or something like that. But when it will be out of control, when this last time happened end of my parking lot and happened in second, you know? And that's exactly what happened.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Any questions, sir?
Yes, go ahead and
Thank
have
you.
your seat, and you'll have an opportunity to address us again after the other public comments.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
So, may I have public comments now, please?
Chair Vos, we have 7 public speakers. The first one is Marola Wright, followed by Cynthia Marie Wood. So, Mr. or Mrs. Wright?
You have the opportunity to address us for 3 minutes, so
I'm Mr. Wright.
come right on up to the podium.
I'm a little nervous. I've never done this before.
You shouldn't be nervous.
Well,
You just, here's what you do. You look at us like we're in our underwear.
all right, I'm a little bit better already.
Well, you never know what you might see.
All right, I'm okay. Well, now I'm not nervous anymore.
All right, go ahead, sir. You've got
My
3
name
minutes.
is Marvin Wright, and I've been in this valley since 1996. I've seen how everything improved. Me watching it grow, the whole Antelope Valley, and this bar that I come to, I've never had an issue with this bar. I really, when it used to be called the Trap, I never ever wanted to go into that bar because I saw it looked like dusk till dawn. So I really didn't want to go into that bar. But when it was COVID happened, everybody was, you know, in their houses and everything. And then this bar, I passed by. Well, actually, I was introduced by another female. She wanted to go in. And I saw him. He did an amazing job on this bar. When I first went back there, it looked like dusk till dawn, like I said. And the back, it wasn't pleasant looking. And now that I've been I've been coming to the bar for about 5 years. And the guy that, Sam King, he's a real good guy. I've never, ever wanted to go to any other bar. And I don't feel comfortable going with any other bar. And what I'm trying to say is the bar that we're going to right now is not really, I've never had an issue there. So I understand the shooting happened. I don't know what happened, but I've been in this valley for a long time. Every other bar that I've been to, I never stayed. But this one right here is not bad. I'm a single father, and when I need to get out and, go, I only can go out at night because I have to watch them during the day. My mom is able to watch them and let me go out and have a good time. So I play pool. We have pool tournaments. We cook food, and it's just a good environment. So I don't think that anybody should have a problem with that bar. I like this valley. I've been here for a long time. I played basketball for ABC. So I've seen everything grow. And right now, we're trying to be in compliance with the bar. I don't know all the legal issues, but it is a good bar, and I like it now. I didn't like it before when it was a trap. I always used to pass by it, but now I stay. So my name is Marvin, and I'm still nervous, but it's a good bar. So
All right, thank you for your comments, sir.
all right.
Next up is Cynthia Marie Wood, followed by Jason McAllister.
Afternoon, welcome.
Thank you. So I am in favor of keeping the King Bar open. My name is Cynthia Wood. I'm the owner of Cynthia's Tax and Notary Service here in Lancaster. I'm here obviously to show my support to Sam King and the King Bar. I consider Sam a very dear friend of mine. Sam does a lot of community outreach, such as the Voices for Our Youth, which my company has sponsored and donated to be a part of. Sam hosts the event in the outside area where the vendors come in. They help low income and other people in our community that might not have the resources to information available to help them. They provide a meal for them, food to take home, and face painting for our kids. It's really an awesome event. I feel very comfortable and safe at the King Bar. Sam has done a wonderful job revamping the bar and its image. I actually used to work for the bar when it was the Trap. I actually went home one night with a black eye from breaking up a fight due to lack of security at that time. When Sam bought the bar from Ed and reopened as the King Bar, I went back to working nights and never had any problems. Sam has plenty of security and proper security cameras in place, and it just made me feel really comfortable. Unfortunately, I did have to leave because I had some health issues, but I do revisit the bar often because we have such a tight group of friends there. We're like family. I hope that you guys do reconsider the allegations and allow Sam to continue doing the business because, as I've stated, it is a safe environment, a great place to gather, and a community events that are held are amazing. And for that, I am grateful. And thank you, Sam King, for everything that you do. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your comments.
Next up is Jason McAllister, followed by Julie Ann Price.
Good afternoon, sir, and welcome.
Good afternoon. My name is Jason McAllister. Been in the Valley since 1989. Went to school here. Owned a business since January of '03. My wife worked at the establishment for 13 and a half years, back when it was the Trap versus the King Bar. She just recently quit to stay home and take care of grandchildren. During that time, since it's been the King Bar, the security has tripled. I feel completely safe there. Versus like going to Walmart or Arco or anywhere in our valley. I mean, at least over there, I know people are patted down. I see security guards presence constantly. Like she said, we're like family over there. My wife was part of the establishment. I'm a peer of the community. I mean, I meet a lot of other business owners over there. I've never seen any problems indoors. What happens in the parking lot happens at every other parking lot in this valley, unfortunately. It's the community, it's not the location, it's the people. I think everything else is pretty much covered. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your comments, sir.
Next up is Julie Ann Price, followed by Brandy Hundley.
Afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon, Council. My name is Julie Price. I've been employed at the King Bar for more than 3 years. The King is my second source of income to make ends meet with the rising economic crisis that we're facing. I'm here today to show my unwavering support and urge the Council to reconsider any actions that may lead to the closure of this vital establishment. The Antelope Valley is ridden with crime daily, and I don't believe an establishment should be scrutinized or must lose its business license due to the public menaces that plague the streets of Lancaster. The King provides a safe environment for its customers. Security detail has increased and remains alert to the surroundings of the bar patrons. Nervous, sorry. This establishment has provided support to the community through community-based events and fundraising by supplying hot meals, school supplies for customers, and haircuts to the elderly. There are several business establishments that continually have crimes committed that are not being held personally responsible for those actions of the criminals and are not subjected to the same scrutiny. I encourage the Council today to work collaboratively with the owner to find solutions that allow the King to thrive rather than forcing its closure. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments.
Next up is Brandy Hudley, and followed by Christina.
Good afternoon and welcome.
Hello, thank you. First of all, I'd like to say that Sam King is the best owner because he's invested in his bar. He walks around all night long. I tell him, take a break, breathe. I'm there every weekend with my whole entire family. They go because we feel safe there. The security is on their game. They follow those that think that there's a problem and they solve it. Sam is always asking if everybody's good, if everything's okay, and he never sits down. He's inside, outside, making sure everybody is good, like outside in the back, not in the front. But the security handles the front very well. I had my daughter's 21st birthday party there, and it turned out great. Nobody bugs my daughters. They're younger. It's very family friendly in there. Like, we'll just go in there to listen to music and hang out with people that we know from the bar. And it's a lot of fun every weekend. And we go just to hang out, not even to drink, or sometimes we do. But it's very safe there. We feel really good. We won't go anywhere else because we don't feel safe in other places. We just don't. And Sam is a great owner. I mean, he's really pays attention to detail, and the bartenders are great there, and so is the security. The security is really on their stuff. They're always walking around. They don't just sit in one area. They're really invested in making it a safe area inside and in the back area for us to be safe. And I feel really safe there, and so do my daughters and my husband. We all go there. I have about 6 family members that we're there every weekend. And when I say every weekend, every weekend. So that's about it.
All right, thank you for your comments.
You're welcome.
Christina, followed by Danielle Santillano.
Good afternoon and
Good
welcome.
afternoon. My name is Christina Hayden. I'm here to support Sam in the club. I come all the way from Mojave. I have a son that's disabled. And it gets overwhelming sometimes, you know, having a son that's disabled. But having the King Bar to come to and, you know, enjoy myself, that is good for me. And it's good for the community, too, because Sam, he comes, he makes sure everyone is safe. I feel safe with him. The security, when I'm leaving the club, I go by myself. I don't go with anyone else because they're like family to me. I love them all there. And when I leave, they make sure I'm safe when I leave, go to my car and everything. And, you know, I just feel like you guys should really rethink closing down this establishment. It's a good place to go and have fun. You know, you can go play pool, dance, drink. The DJ's great. And I just wanted to say, you know, I'm here for their support. And you guys have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments.
Danielle Santillano is next, followed by Krista Nero.
Afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon. Okay. So I don't have my glasses, so you have to excuse me, okay? I forgot them. So I'm writing to address the CUP. I do actually, I'm here, I work for the Lancaster School District. I'm a paraeducator here. And I've worked with Sam. We do plenty of events there. I work with him, basically. So I want to take this time to take this matter very seriously. We have significant upgrades, enhance the safety and the security of this establishment. To address these concerns, we have engaged a professional security company to provide security guards during the peak hours and closing time alongside Coast Patrol vehicle for added visibility and safety additionally. I currently make sure myself that if there's any type of gatherings or anything, I'm making sure I'm walking also and making sure everything is okay. He does employ 5 house security consisting of 4 males and 1 female to maintain the premises. Trying to get that. To basically further ensure the safety of our patrons. He's also installed additional lighting surveillance, cameras outside the bar, as well as the safety. We've also imposed to have safety rails for a single file line for the entrance to the bar to accommodate individuals with disabilities as well. And we also have talked about an early closing time for any potential disturbances. The King Bar serves as a vital source of livelihood for many in our community, and I am committed, you know, myself, is to try to restore the reputation and venue for the safe and enjoyable entertainment. And I thank you for your understanding.
Thank you for your comments.
Last one up is Krista Nero.
Good afternoon and welcome.
Thank you. So my name is Krista Nero. I've been here since about 1989. My father was pretty well known out in this valley. He had a TV show. When we were done with production, we would go to Schooners to give relief, to relax. I can guarantee you that if he was still alive today, he would be going to the King Bar with me because it is a safe place. I feel safe. They make sure I get home. They make sure there's no trouble for me outside of the bar. And truthfully, I don't think you should shut it down. That's all I have to say.
Thank you for your comments.
That concludes all 8 speaker cards. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Can I take 3 minutes from your time?
If,
Can I speak for 3 minutes?
excuse me, sir, if you'd like to, you can address us, tell us who you are, but you need to fill out a speaker's card so we know who you are.
Okay.
Come right on up.
Is it okay or not?
Take your time, no hurry.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ed Maida. I'm the partner with the King Bar with Sam, and I'm the owner of 2PAC's Liquor and Gas, which I've been at that next door. It's 2PAC's Liquor and Gas next door to the King Bar, and I've been there 35 years. We bought it like say, April of 1990, and it's a safe area, and I have no problems. I got held up like once, like 21 years ago. And so please have mercy on us. I think we shouldn't like do something about this bar and then let us do, because we are compliance with taxes for the city, the state, the federal, everything, you know. So it's your decision, and thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your comments. So that concludes the speakers. Chief Alderman, would you care to chat with us a bit tonight? Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I know you were involved with preparing some of the information for staff to evaluate and make a recommendation to us. After what you've heard tonight, or this afternoon, are you swayed to change your recommendations at all?
I'd have to say no, sir, not my original recommendation. I'll just add a little bit about the event. This was it was a serious event. You're correct in stating that. According to the sheriff's deputy's report, there was actually 3 shooters that night, 3 people who fired guns, and 2 people who were injured due to that shooting. So it's a concerning event. It is.
All right, sir, thank you. Maybe questions? Go ahead.
Chief, do you have any summary on what the other calls to service were for?
Yes, sir. In fact, sorry, excuse me.
And is this just been since we granted the CUP last June?
So I know we pulled calls, my unit did, from January 2024 through, I believe it was April or May of this year. And what we saw was, actually, it's actually 5 calls because some are related out of that 8. They're related to each other. So that really makes it 5 calls. And out of those 5 calls, the notable was there was a domestic violence incident, and then there was, it's called an assault with a deadly weapon, but that's because somebody got hit with a chair. And any time you hit somebody with an object, usually it's going to develop into that. And then the call that we're talking about today. The other calls were not related to the establishment. There was a stolen vehicle that was nearby. I think it got stopped in front on the street. Had nothing to do with the location. And then the other one was a false alarm code. So those are the incidents that occurred since January of 2024, sir.
Anyone else have any questions or comments? No. Thank you very much, Chief.
Yes, sir. Thank
Appreciate your comments. All right, then, public hearing is still open, and the applicant has an opportunity to address us after what we've heard. If you care to add anything, you're certainly welcome to.
Sir, can I add one thing? I'm sorry, I forgot.
What's that?
Can I add one thing? I forgot to add something.
Go ahead.
I think I should mention that the person who was there that night, and the deputies identified them as the owner, but they used the name Hassam. That person was extremely cooperative with law enforcement, definitely gave them a statement, and provided surveillance footage right away. And then also it should be noted that the deputies spoke with 4 witnesses or informants who said there was an argument inside between these 2 gentlemen initially, and then they moved outside. And that's when it really turned into an altercation and a shooting.
All right, very
just
good.
wanted to add
Thank you,
that.
sir. So, Mr. Miera, is it? Close enough? You're welcome to come back and address us.
Thank you. My name Haitham. You call me Haitham. Okay. Anyway, you call me Haitham, but you call me Sam. Just to let you know, when the accident happened at the parking lot, I increased the lighting at the parking lot. Now, all my parking lot is more lighting, more than what the city asked. Because I want like to be sure I can see everything around all my, because I have that big parking lot. I try to make it like safety as I can. That's why I increase the lighting, I increase the security, everything. And if you hear about everything happen, never ever happen anything inside the bar, never, you know. And I appreciate you. I try my best, and also I'm under the law. Anything I can do it, because I like what we say. Together, we can do it. Okay, anything I can do it. I'm ready for it. I do my best, of course. Anything from the head planning department or from the city, anything they want me to do, I'm ready for it. Last years, again, like you remember, you tell me, oh, no noise. Like almost 1 year now with zero call about the noise. I'm sure no noise. And also now I promise you guys, do whatever you want, I'm ready for it. Any question?
Any comments, questions, members?
I have a question for staff, but not for Mr. Maida.
All right, thank you very much, sir.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
So, go ahead if you have questions. staff.
Yeah, so from what I'm hearing is there's disturbance around the bar, but it's not directly towards the bar except for that one incident of with the shooting. Is this something that we've reviewed as far as the neighborhood, or I mean, because I can see people arguing and then stopping in front of the bar, and then that's what I'm hearing. It's like he can't control the community doing their mischief stuff, and I was just trying to decipher if it's coming from the bar or is it just around the bar, and you know, to hear the community or is it a mobile home that, yeah, to have no one here, you know, trying to say shut it down is a little amazing, because I remember when they first were saying the issues when we first were about to open the bar, and we haven't heard any of those comments since. So I'm a little, concerned about
Well, I
how
think the
well-
reality is you have, there's two issues, the conditional use permit and the bar operation, which is now an existing it's an existing nonconformance, but it falls under the auspices of the conditional use permit. So if you look at the history of the conditional use permit and the steps the applicant has taken, which are minimal, correct me if I'm wrong, there was an application filed for tenant improvement. And those tenant improvement plans were marked up by Building and Safety, I believe, and returned, in November? This is now May? Nothing further. So as far as we know, there's been no improvements made, all right?
Chair Vos, just to kind of lay out what's going on with the building permit. So as part of the conditional use permit, the project is conditioned that they have to bring certain structures and things like that into compliance, and that is to apply for a building permit. That's one of the things that staff is assessing its progress as part of this compliance review. And as you mentioned, a building permit application was submitted. Building and safety staff provided comments on those and are awaiting a response for a resubmittal for those plans. But that's in regards to the building permit aspect.
And Mr. Nguyen, I think I know the answer to this question, but I want to make sure I have it clearly. So in the staff's recommendation, it's an A and B recommendation. Is it possible for us to make an A to essentially to adopt to have the conditional use permit revoked, but keep B with respect to allowing the establishment to remain as it was.
I hope this is what you were thinking, but Commissioner Derryberry, the answer is yes. It's within your decision-making body's purview to do one or the other, or a combination, or neither, as to the wishes of the commission.
And is it also true that to essentially revoke their deemed status, is this specifically tied to the approval of the CUP from last June?
Commissioner Derryberry, those are two separate actions. The CUP is primarily for the allowance of live indoor and outdoor entertainment. And the second part, B, is the deemed approved status, which is essentially like their grandfathered status to serve alcohol at this establishment.
So in reality, we have a number of options. We could do nothing. We could continue the matter for a date certain. We could approve the staff report, and the applicant would have an opportunity to appeal our decision, whatever it may be, or we can break the two items apart and make decisions on either one or both. Is that a fair summary?
That's correct.
Commissioner Burton, go ahead.
It would seem, if I'm understanding correctly, that the incident that took place, while very serious, didn't necessarily have anything to do with the indoor or outdoor entertainment aspect. They were inside the establishment. Apparently there was an argument or altercation that took place that spilled out into the parking lot. But in terms of the conditional use permit and this incident, the two are not related. That's what I'm understanding. So I guess the thing that we are most considering pursuing this really doesn't have anything to do with the CUP itself. The incident that took place that we're discussing most in regards to this situation is kind of independent of what we're.
The conditional use permit, however, has certain conditions that staff hasn't mentioned that are not in compliance and haven't at least pursued in a very active way as we might expect.
Right.
So you file an application and submit plans and then do nothing. That's what I see at this point, right?
Sir, may I speak on that behalf?
Excuse me. I mean, that's where we stand, isn't it? How long is a building permit alive, active? Once you file it, it never goes away, even though you do nothing? How's that work? Or does our city engineer want to tell us? Or maybe there's no answer. I don't know.
I could comment on engineering plans, but not on the planning plans. So for engineering, it's 1 year that they have.
How long? 1 year?
1 year.
Typically. That's what I thought too.
And just to clarify, Chair Vos, the building permit is not a granted permit. It's just an application that they've submitted. So it's not whether or how long the permit is good for. There is no permit for all the improvements that they are conditioned to make. In the conditions of approval, as I mentioned earlier, the conditions are written in such a way where staff can make a compliance review every 6 months for the first 2 years to just check in on it. This time, it's been just over six months, but and we are here to report to the commission, as required by the conditions of approval, that in regards to the building permit submittal, there is a pending application. but just awaiting a resubmittal.
So do we know if there's activity that was approved pursuant to the applicant's conditional use permit approval that are currently taking place in a facility that is non-conforming?
Chair Vos, the conditions are written in a way where currently the bar operation is allowed to have indoor entertainment events because the CUP is about the events. In order to have outdoor events, which is kind of the same but slightly different, right, more impactful, they are to bring their entire operation into compliance, hence their application for the building permit. So currently, they can host live events, small concerts, comedy shows, karaoke night, what have you. I don't know exactly what types of events are held there, but those are the types of events that are currently allowed. If they wanted to move those events outside, like in the parking lot or other areas outside, they would need to have that building permit as required by their conditions of approval. So yes, they can have indoor events today. No, they cannot have outdoor events today.
And if we revoke the CUP granted last June, they could still continue to conduct, assuming we don't deem their approved status, revoke their deemed approved status. They could still conduct the bar the exact same way that they're doing today, more or less.
That's correct, since the CUP is just for the live events. If you revoke that, they could potentially appeal that decision or some form of that decision, whatever the commission decides. But they are still able to operate as an alcoholic beverage establishment and whatever else is allowed by right in the commercial zone.
See, a little bit to Commissioner Burden's point, I recall the conversation with the community last June. The people from the mobile home parks were adamantly against the outdoor entertainment. They weren't necessarily against the functions of the bar itself, night to night. That's what I recall. I recall the CUP, the conditions of approval to be incredibly onerous. I remember asking Mr. Maida if he thought that he can meet those. He looked me in the eye and said he thought he could. I hate to say, I feel like with what we've seen, it's probably possible that he can't. So,
Serious matter. And then predicting the future based on what the commission may or may not do, and an appeal is filed. Let's just say, for instance, whatever our action is appealed by anyone. And the city council says, we're gonna approve what the staff recommendation was to the commission. They could do that, couldn't they?
That's correct.
So, just so everybody's clear, what this train is doing, okay? Going down the track.
I do have two questions. I guess the first question would be to their chief. So one thing that I heard repeated many times was the amount of security effort that's been placed into this establishment. And to me, it sounds like it would seem reasonable. I'm obviously not, and there aren't a lot of bars enforcing. Does that 7 security officers, is that reasonable? Is that beyond what would, standard of care would dictate for a bar of this type?
So, sir, to answer that, I guess I'd have to have an idea what type of customer population, not what type, but how many customers they're having. That definitely weighs in it.
Right.
5 for the size of the location, I think that is a good number because it's not a really huge location, considering that they're not doing events outside. The actual main structure is pretty small, and I think they have a pool hall or something in the back. So 5 would work for that. And then it's my understanding that they pay for a patrol car, security company that goes through the parking lot. I'm not sure if that's one or two individuals in that car. But definitely, they've told me that they have 5 working inside. And I'm not sure what their capacity is. Heidi, do you know what their capacity is for the, how you know what the capacity is for the location?
I apologize, I do not.
I'm sorry, okay. So we'd have to look, we definitely would have to look at that, how many customers you're gonna have, and if you're gonna have a couple hundred or more, you may want a few more security guards.
Absolutely. Okay, so it seems like from that perspective, ownership can only go to a certain point, and then beyond that, it's people, it's.
Yeah, and then I think owners have a responsibility to pay attention to what's going on in the establishment, including the number of people that are coming in, and control that too, obviously considering our fire regulations, but safety of your clientele as well, and understanding and knowing how many people you have there to deal with an issue and not let it get so big that you don't have enough there.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Okay.
And then the second question was for Mr. Maida. So.
Yes, sir.
wha-
Hi.
Hi. So one of the items we heard was that there was building applications submitted. And my understanding is that comments were issued, but there was no action taken as far as resubmittals. That was one of the items listed on the grounds for revocation. Is there a reason why plans were not resubmitted?
I'm sorry, again, cannot hear you.
So a building application was submitted. One of the items on the slideshow was grounds of revocation was that there was no resubmittal of those plans. Is there a reason why there was no resubmittal?
All the paper already we submitted with the city. Till now, we not got like almost, I got email today from Duke Company engineer. They say like almost 50% is under procedure. It's only like more than 2 years ago. Like we submitted from, I think 21, November 21, November 22. Till now, like procedure, they asking something, we do it as the city want, or the planning department, all this, but till now, I don't got any approval yet.
So I guess just to understand completely on my end, has there been resubmittals of the plans?
The original application was submitted in September of last year. I don't believe there has been any resubmittals just yet to address those comments.
And the city issued comments?
That's correct.
Okay. So why has there not been a resubmittal?
Why what? Why, sorry, what?
Why has there not been a resubmittal of those plans?
No, already we submitted, we not got like answer from the city yet. Like we all that, if I know about that, I bring for you the email. I have all the emails from the engineer company, and we submitted the date exactly when we submitted to the city, and till now, we don't got any answer.
Okay, I'm still not sure that I'm clear on what the right answer is.
Yeah, you're not getting the answer. The answer would be, have you resubmitted the markup on those plans for a second plan check?
For the second plan? Sorry.
Okay, so let me try to take this
I don't know,
a few
how
steps
to
backwards. So we
explain
submit
to a
application-
civilian, right?
Right, so we submit application, right? The city reviews it, they issue their comments, then your design engineer professional
Yes.
would address those comments.
Yes.
And then resubmit it into the city.
Yes.
Has that taken place?
Yes, we do that the last 3-4 months ago. They asking about the electric plan, and already we submitted, and till now we don't have any answer from the city. More than 3-4 months. And if you want, Guy, I can bring you all that document exactly what date we submitted with the city.
We can check right now
Yeah.
with the building official ourselves, and we may just do that to
I
clarify.
think that would be helpful.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry, but I can add something.
Go ahead.
Okay, we say about the capacity of the bar. Capacity inside is 157 inside, and outside almost 650. But till now we don't use nothing outside because till now I don't have a proof for outside event.
Right.
And why we need this is the event. When we got this business, guys, I was looking for why everybody, I make my research. Every week, we have between 900 to 1,200 people go to LA, the downtown, to watch some big event, watch artists, what. Okay, why we cannot do it over here? And I ask about because if we have problem about the noise, that's why I asking, we have to close the music outside at 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock as the law, 10 o'clock or 11, I don't sure, but if 10 o'clock, we can close the music 10 o'clock, or 11, I can close the music 11 o'clock outdoor, as the law. I'm not sure what time they're supposed to not make music outside. We have 5 guards. As Mr. Sheriff say, every 50 customer, you need 1 security. As a bar policy, every 50 customer, you need 1. Me, for 157, if my bar full, like you're talking, if my bar full, that means I need 3. I have 5. I have more than what the bar needed. You know, like, that's the...
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Bennett. Hold on a second, I'm sorry. Wait one, would you please, sir? Wait one.
$157? And then if they have people outside, how many are those?
I don't recall the number.
What's the current capacity on the exterior? Yeah, do you have, are you?
Almost 650, almost 650, between 600 to 650.
But you currently do not have any events on the outside?
No, not yet. But just let you know, guys, before the city stopped me about event, I make 2 events at the bar outside because I don't know we need a license. I got good artists. I have like almost 600 people. With 600 people, I don't have 1 issue. Zero problem, zero drama. Why? Because as a bar, when you have like big spot, no touch, less problem. And when you got like event like that, of course you got, I'm sorry to say that, but you got like different quality of people. Like, because everybody, they want to see the artist, they want to enjoy the time. That's why we apply for that event outside. I make 2 of them, and one of them like almost like 700 people with big artists. Zero, smooth, everybody have good time, everybody happy. We don't have any issue. And now like sometime I have 20 people inside, sometime we have some issue. Of course, because like more touch, like the space more touch, it's more problem. But when it's open, it's less problem.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Mr. Bennett, thank you for coming and joining us this afternoon. Can you tell us the status of the application for the building permit and tenant improvements? Tell us the story, please.
Good afternoon, by the way. So the submitted plans, the application was in September 16, 2024. First plan check comments went out 10/21, 2024. Those comments were addressed. I'm sorry, they submitted 10/21, and then the comments were addressed on 11/20, 2024. And then we didn't get comments back from them for corrections until 4/14, 2025, so about 6 months. And we turned our comments around on 4/23, so we got them on 4/15, turned them around on 4/23, and we haven't gotten any responses back from our comments.
So once the posting for the conditional use permit hearing or the action that the commission took in March, I'm just reading the tea leaves here. All of a sudden, from November to April, something happened. Activity took place. Up until that point, it just sat.
Correct, from November
Got it.
to
Thank you.
March.
All right, thank you very much. Appreciate you being here. So, anything further from staff?
No.
Nope. All right, members? Anything further? Get one more shot at it if you want. All right. So without objection, we'll close the public hearing and consider a motion. And before we consider a motion, if there is one, try to remember what I said previously. No action, so there wouldn't be a motion. Continue the hearing for a specific purpose if you folks want further answers. Approve the staff report as it's written, or approve a portion of the revocation, being the conditional use permit, and allow the applicant to either appeal that, but that would keep the bar operation in open. So we've got 4, if I've got it counted right. So, what's your pleasure, folks?
I guess I just want to say that, you know, as a business owner, he seems to have responded to the incidents. I mean, he hired additional security, he got a patrol car, he has a security guard in the parking lot. I mean, people are going to people. There's really nothing that we can do about that. And unfortunately, we cannot predict the future. Only God can do that. So I just, as somebody that runs a business and he's trying to make arrangements and to, you know, to combat these incidents. And to his point earlier, I mean, yeah, you had an outside event and there was an artist there and you had 600 people, no problem. And then you have 20 people one night and there could be a problem. That could happen anywhere. I mean, that's just the bottom line. And that's not to say that he won't have another event with 600 people and something might happen. The nature of a bar and people being outside of their right mind, it's a toss-up. It's a coin flip every night. That's just the fact of the matter. I know that's Palmdale, but I mean, we saw what happened about a year ago at the happy hours in Palmdale. I mean, that's not Lancaster. I'm not bringing that up for anybody to say anything, but I'm just saying these things can happen at any point in time. So I just wanted to make that comment.
Thank you for your comments. The definition of a public nuisance as defined by staff and written in the city ordinance, pretty clear. The city has limited power of terminating an operation unless they've had some form of an approval by the Planning Commission, City Council for their operations. So the most all, if not all, bars in this town, which there's not many, but there are some, have issues. The only ones that we'll ever look at, if in fact they come before us, are the ones with conditional use permits, if you will. The rest of them, or the rest of it is relegated to the city manager's office based on the business license, if I understand it correctly. So, that's the fifth option, I guess. So, does anyone care to make a motion? No? Well, I will make a motion to continue this hearing for 90 days. Give the applicant adequate opportunity to prove to this commission what he said he's going to do and is doing, and we'll re-review it in 90 days. Can we do that, council?
Chair and Commissioners, you may do that if you continue it to a specific time, date, and place, which I think would be August 18 of this year in this chambers, then we could avoid republication, although that's always optional to do anyway. But you may do that if you wish. That
Yeah, you
would
probably
be-
ought to publish it anyway, if assuming the motion passes.
And that's an allowable motion.
Thank you.
So is your motion then to continue to August 18th? Then I'll second that motion.
Members, any other comments? Prepared to vote? Let's vote. Motion passes 6-0 with one commissioner absent, Ms. Loa. So are you clear on what we're doing? Are you clear on what your responsibility is?
Thank you.
I wish you well.
I do my best.
The last thing I think any of us who are in business and have been in business or work in business is to shut somebody down. However, there's a big hammer. So I'll quit there. All right then. Good luck. All right then, the next item is a new public hearing on conditional use permit 25-003. Public hearing is open on this matter. Ms. Brinke, are you presenting on this one?
I am, Chair Vos.
All right, give us a minute and they can head out. All right then. Go ahead, Ms. Brinke.
Thank you. Members of the Planning Commission, the item before you is conditional use permit number 25003, an application for the operation of a recuperative care facility. The facility would be located within existing buildings at 44748 and 44758 Elm Avenue. The subject site is in the neighborhood medium zone of the transit-oriented development zones. In 2018, a CUP application was made by the same applicant for recuperative care at this site. It was approved in 2019, and 3 one-year time extensions were granted in 2021. The project ultimately expired in 2024, leading to the current new submittal. This slide shows the site plan for the project. It is substantially similar to what was submitted in the original 2018 application. Each of the 2 buildings on site are outlined in red for clarity. The facility would be comprised of up to 30 beds, providing a variety of recovery services to homeless patients who have been discharged from hospitals or from clinics but have not fully recovered from their illness or injury. Parking is provided at both an interior courtyard accessed from Elm and behind the building with alley access. In conclusion, staff recommend that the Planning Commission adopt Resolution number 2507, approving conditional use permit number 25003, and finding the project categorically exempt under CEQA. Staff is available if you have any questions, and the applicant is here as well.
Very good, thank you. Yeah, the applicant did send us a letter indicating they approve and concur with the recommendations of staff and all the conditions, right?
That's
Okay,
correct.
good. All right then. If the applicant's here, you're welcome to speak to us. You're not obliged to by any means, but if you got something to tell us, we'll be happy to listen to you.
Here, I mean, I don't really have anything to say other than hopefully we start our business in a couple of weeks.
I'm sure you said something. I didn't hear a word you said.
Hi, I'm David Delaplane.
Yes, sir.
And sorry.
We've seen you before.
Yes, you have.
Been a while.
It's been a while. We got hung up with COVID, and then we had some staff issues and staff changes, and they didn't refile our CUP.
So the opportunity for success is still out there, huh?
We think weeks away. Correct.
Well, good. All right, thank you. All right then, do we have any other speakers on this matter?
No speakers, Chair.
No speakers, all right then. So without objection, we'll close the public hearing condition on this matter and consider a motion.
I move to adopt resolution number 25-07, approving conditional use permit number 25-003 to allow for the operations of the reoperative, sorry, I don't have my glasses on, care facility within the existing building at 44748 and 44758 Elms Avenue, APN 3134-017-011 in the Transit Orient Development Neighborhood Medium, TOD-NM zone, and finding the project categorically exempt under the California Environmental Quality Act. Authorizing, staff to execute and file a notice of exemption.
Very good, and that's CUP number 25-003, just to be clear. All right? Thank you,
And I'll second.
thank you. Anything further from anyone? All right then, please vote. Motion passes 6-0 with one absent. Ms. Loa. Congratulations on, in effect, a renewal of your CUP with modifications. Good luck.
Appreciate it.
Get it done. All right, then, the next item is a new public hearing on conditional use permit 24-010. So the public hearing is open. Ms. Alvarado, are you presenting on this one?
I am.
All right. Rock
Good
and roll.
evening. Good evening, Chairman Bose and members of the Planning Commission. My name is Mitzi Alvarado. I'm the project planner on this item. So this item we have before you is conditional use permit 2410. It is a site redesign amending the previously approved CUP 2217. So just as a refresher, the project is located near the southwest corner of Avenue J and 20th Street West, zoned commercial plan development for CPD. The site is an approximately 2-acre vacant lot. It is surrounded by existing commercial uses. The applicant had previously come before the October 2023 Planning Commission meeting with a similar project proposal. It was for the construction and operation of a new car wash facility with a retail building and site improvements. Back in October of 2023, the commission approved the car wash as seen on the slide there. And today they are amending it to approve the overall site design. The new scope of work includes the car wash building, highlighted in orange that you see up there on the slide, that has now moved from the north side to the south side of the site to allow for the expanded vehicle queuing. The building square footage of the car wash has also been reduced by almost 4,000 square feet and would now include 30 dry stations and 16 parking spaces. The commercial building and trash enclosure, along with site improvements, would remain the same in location and size as originally approved. Here are renderings of the proposed elevations and look of the commercial site. The car wash facility is on the left up there, and the retail building is on the right. The new building designs mainly incorporate a smooth stucco finish with concrete masonry walls and borders. The roof lines of the buildings are both monopitch and asymmetrical in design, and the overall a new lighter neutral color is proposed along with its material and color scheme, which has been updated, making the architectural style more consistent with the newer surrounding buildings. In conclusion, staff recommends we adopt Resolution 2508, approving conditional use permit 2410 and finding the project categorically exempt. I'm available as well as the applicant for any questions.
You're good, thank you. Is this an automated operation? Fully automated, or?
Yeah, I believe it's fully automated, self-serve. Fully automated self-serve.
All right, thank you.
And the retail site, just general convenience store stuff, is that what it is?
It is a building shell for, yeah, retail. Retail, and I believe they don't have a vendor yet.
Very good, thank you. Anything further from anyone? All right, then, the applicant's here. He can address us if he wishes. You don't have to talk to us if you don't want to. We like to see the applicants and their smiles when and if we approve these projects, so.
Good evening.
This one's already been approved, it's just a modification.
Correct.
Right?
Good evening, Mr. Chairman. Yes, that's correct. I'm only here to help answer any questions you may have.
Very good. With all the competition in the community, are you concerned about that?
There are car washes nearby. We've done our research. It's showing a profitable business and owners ready to proceed with it. So we're hoping for the best.
All right, well, very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so without objection, we'll close the public hearing, consider a motion.
I'll move that we adopt resolution number 2508, approving conditional use permit number 24010, amending conditional use permit number 22017, revising the design of a new car wash facility, retail tenant building, and associated improvements located near the southwest corner of 20th Street West and Avenue J, APN number 2123-005042, in the commercial plan development zone, and finding that the project is categorically exempt under CEQA, and authorizing staff to execute and file a notice of exemption.
A second.
Thank you. All right then, nothing further, please vote. Motion passes 6-0 with one absent. Ms. Lowell. Congratulations, you're on your way. Thank
you.
Make it happen.
Thank you.
And good luck. Next item is a new public hearing on General Plan Amendment 24-001 and a zone change 24-001. And Ms. Breaky is back in the spotlight.
Thank you, Chair. There is a memo included in the agenda for tonight on this item as staff received a request to extend the public comment period for the environmental documents. So the recommendation at this time is to continue the item to the next Planning Commission meeting.
So which law firm asked for the extension, and how much do they expect to extract from the developer to get this project approved? Oh, you don't know? Really, it's just really aggravating that these developers end up having to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to get the projects approved in the form of ransom. Really. That's just my opinion, which I think is reality. All right, so continue the matter for 1 month. All righty, thank you. No speakers? Go ahead.
I do recommend a motion to do that if that's your pleasure.
All right.
So
there.
moved.
Very good.
So moved.
All right. You got a second, please?
A second.
Mr. Burden? Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. All right, moved and seconded, please vote. Motion passes 6-0 with 1 absent, Ms. Loa. So June 16th, 2025 is the next time we'll hear this. Mr. Nguyen, you have anything to share with us, or are you talked out by now?
Oh, I can keep going. Do this all day. Hello again, Chair Vos, members of the Planning Commission. Hai Nguyen, Planning Manager. Yes, June 16th is the next one. We'll have the aforementioned industrial project. We'll likely have the West Side annexation public comment as well, and a couple other subdivisions. And I have 2 more kind of fun things I wanted to share. So recently, staff kicked off a major project, which is a comprehensive update to the transit-oriented development, or TOD, zones area for the city. And the first objective is to receive input from the community. The first public outreach event for the TOD update is on a Saturday morning on June 14th at the Lancaster Community Center. So you'll be hearing more about that through social media and our websites once we get closer to that. And the last thing I want to bring up, this was already brought up at the last week's City Council meeting, but I'd like to read it into our record. But so last month, the city was awarded the 2025 Sustainability Award by the Southern California Association of Governments, or SCAG. And this is for our Vehicle Miles Traveled Impact Fee Mitigation Program, the VMT mitigation program. So this is where the developers pay their fair share, and the money goes into funding cool citywide sustainability projects like bike lanes and making safer sidewalks, things like that. So this project was made possible by the leadership and vision of the City Council and your Planning Commission and city staff, specifically Jocelyn Swain, Senior Planner. So wanted to just read that into our record, as we're very proud of that. Thank you very much.
Should be proud of it. I don't know how many times I've said it, but I mean it every time I do say it. What a wonderful staff we have and a wonderful city to be associated with. You folks do a tremendous job. It's just outstanding. Very, very much appreciated. So, commission agenda. Anybody have anything they'd like to chit-chat about, or are you all done?
I'm going to selfishly invite everyone here to the Lancaster Performing Arts Center's Foundation's Gala coming up on June 7th. Some of you know I'm the president of the LPAC Foundation and have been for close to 10 years now. We have our annual event to raise money, mostly for our Arts for Youth program. We put a bunch of money back into the theater every year. We have a good time. It's going to be the Gold Nugget Gala and Grand Auction. So put on your cowboy boots, We've got cowboy hats that'll be branded with the LPAC Foundation's logo on it. We've got a live music, lots of food, beverages. So if you guys can come, let me know. Tickets are available at the box office. It's gonna be a great night. You know, one of those kind of one of a kind events here in our valley. So June 7th starts at 6 o'clock. So we hope to see you guys there.
Thank you for
Wonderful.
the invite.
Thank you. All right, time for public business from the floor, and I don't see any public that wants to chat with us. So, no public business from the floor. All right then, so we stand adjourned to our regular meeting of June 16th, 2025, at 3:30 p.m. here in these chambers at the Lancaster City Hall Council Chambers. Thank you again for all your hard work. Difficult issues, that's for sure.